Hey, it's Kimmy the Gadget Goddess, and today I have for you pen support on the Huawei Mate X. I am happy to bring you this video because I saw so many outlets that said, hey, pen support is not supported on this phone. I have to give a special shout out to the Huawei community over there in Reddit. Lots of good information over there, a lot of bad information over there too, but that's how I found out that Huawei has pen support on this phone. So let's get into it. I still have my other accessories that I'm actively using. The pouch and the keyboard, the Bell keyboard. Make sure you check that video out if you haven't already. I'll put these in a video together. Let's go. Okay, what I have for you here is the Huawei M Pen 2S. Do not get the M Pen 2, do not get the M Pen OG, do not get the pencil. Get the M Pen 2S. I've already unboxed it, but I'm going to show you what comes in the box. So when you unbox it, the pen is usually located here. Of course, I had to take it out and use it first. Y'all want to know how things work, right? In here, you get your instructions, which you cannot read unless you have a translation app. And unfortunately, it charges in the bottom of the phone, kind of like the first OG Apple pencil did. It comes with an extra tip. Put these back in here and close the box back up. So to use the pencil the first time, you're gonna want to go into your settings and you're gonna want to look up Stylus. And I have that turned on, but you're gonna want to turn that on. Now, you have it turned on already. Now this is after you charge it. Mine came dead. After you get the stylus mode turned on, make this easier because I'm not going to be wanting to charge it. The charging port is right in the back and the cap is attached. You plug that sucker in the bottom and it charges. Now that's the same way I paired it. I turned the Bluetooth on, popped it in the bottom, and then you'll see that a little icon comes up with the pen up there letting you know that they're connected. And right now we're at 82%. I've only charged it one time. It didn't have any updates when I first got it, and it's up to date now. We're good. We're at 82%. I will tell you it took less than an hour to charge it the first time. They said if you charge it 15 minutes from dead, you'll be able to use it for 2 hours. And I believe, see, I'm trying to recall this off the top of my head. I'll put the information on the screen. I believe you get 20 hours off a full charge. But who's using a pen nonstop? I'm sure a lot of people will say, hey, you can't stick it in the device. Most foldables, you can't stick the pen in the device. I do like that it has a nice little hook here. And what I've been using when I'm not using the phone, my nice pouch that I transported in, I stick it in here with the phone. So it never gets lost. It's always with me. And if I'm using it throughout the day or whatnot, I can just clip it on my shirt or whatever I'm wearing that day because it has a nice clip there. So you can change the settings on it. So with my double tap settings here, I can kind of tell it what I want it to do. I can use it as a tool and eraser. I can switch between the previous tool and the current tool, or I can open a color tablet. So for all my drawers, this will work out for you. The tip, like I said, is pretty thick, so I don't know how well you're gonna do with drawing with this, but yeah, that's what we have. So if my screen is off and I want to take a note, I just tapped on the screen and now I can take a note. And hit enter and it saves it to the pad. Now if you want to go between settings, you double tap while you're on here and you can go through various settings on the pen. But if you want to just use it, let's say like as a stylus, I can go through my screens. I can go through my emails. Let's see. I use it a lot when I'm playing games. How about that? Let me show you. I don't know how many of y'all get down and rock with Monopoly Go, but of course I do a little bit. So if you're like me and you're just lounging, playing a game, doing other things, I can kind of look over and just tap the screen, whatever I want to do. I've never been one that's been huge on gaming. And I've never been one that's been huge on using a pen. But I mean, with this, it's one of those things where if I'm preoccupied, I can do multiple things at one time. Let's get off Monopoly Go. And if you want that precision touch versus, you know, your fingers, the tips of your fingers are a little bit thicker. This is nice and thinner. It's not the thinnest pen tip that I've used. It's gonna give you more precision, and it's gonna give you that a precise touch of wherever you want to go. And again, I'm behind the camera, so don't really pay me much attention. My taps are a little more precise. I have a matte screen protector on here, and I can tell you that, yeah, it will cause me to have to wipe my screen a little more, because when I turn the screen off, I can see little marks in there from when I've been marking on the screen, but those easily wipe away. So it's not like it's doing any damage to my screen or the screen protector. And again, this is like an extra screen protector, which I think before I got this pouch, I got a little scratch right here on my screen protector, which is why, you know, I layer, and people are like, oh, it already has a screen protector on it, why do you layer it? I layer it for those kind of reasons. I am able to take this off and replace it, and the base screen protector, which I can see on the outline of here, it came back on again, I can see on the outline of here that it's still there, and this is not going to pull up the other screen protector. Pocket Champs is another one of my go-to games. Again, it's not really an interactive game. You're kind of coaching your little person to go through different routines and whatnot. And they run, they swim, they fly, they climb. That's kind of where I am with this game. Oh, you'll see what I mean by, like, I don't really have to do anything. I'm telling it I want a certain action to take place for my little character, and he's just gonna do those actions on his own. And see, he's losing currently. So clearly I probably picked the wrong thing for him to do. He's catching up a little bit, but he's still gonna lose. You have to come in at least third place. So no, we're in second. We're in first now. I might have spoke too soon. Okay, so we won. I picked the right thing. And that's just, you know, one of the games I play. So I'm not like a die-hard gamer, but it comes in handy for me on my little games. So kind of like a stylus, if I get anywhere close to it without touching it, it shows up. So I'm not touching the screen, and you see it kind of pops up there. And see what's golf, I'm not touching the screen. So if I get close enough, let's say I want to pick this golf battle here, I'll just click it and it registers it. Little cute little nifty things like that. I'm not going to try to draw anything from behind this camera, but you can change the color of what you want going on here, how you want. And if you're just that kind of person, oh, how'd that go away? You can change your settings on your pen. See, I have mine to rotate between other things, but you can have it so it rotates to this color like I showed you earlier. You can type on the keyboard with it. It does everything a stylus is supposed to do. So that's just my brief little overview of the Huawei M Pen 2S with the Huawei Mate XT. Compatibility is flawless. So when you add the Huawei M Pen 2S to the situation, now you got a full-blown setup. Even though you already had the trackpad with your keyboard, now if you want to be more precise in what you're selecting on screen, you have a pen too to act as a stylus. Might be overkill for some, but I say, hey, if you spent the money on the device, you might want to go in and make it worth your while. I would like to thank you for stopping by and checking out my video showing you pen support on the Huawei Mate XT. If you've enjoyed this video or other content on this channel, please click the like button. If you've enjoyed multiple videos on this channel, you might want to subscribe. Subscriptions are free, memberships cost, and memberships have privileges. If you'd like to see what those privileges are, please click on the join button and see what those memberships have to offer you. I'd like to thank you for your time, because time is money, and I hope to catch you on the next video on this channel.